Welcome back to KVUE News at 10. When he was in the 3rd grade, Round Rock Police Chief Alan Banks knew he was going to be a police officer. He's now been in law enforcement for 32 years. As he prepares to mark his 10th year leading the Round Rock Police Department, I had the chance to sit down with Chief Banks to reflect on his time here in Central Texas, his toughest day as the chief in Round Rock, and what he hopes his career means to future police officers.
I just love being the police chief here just because of the relationships I have.
The city he serves has grown and changed a lot over the last decade. His department has too.
I think some of the biggest change that we've had is just the growth of this department. We have now a Public Safety Training Center.
The Public Safety Training Center has been open since 2018 and will soon undergo a big expansion thanks to a voter-approved bond last year. Chief Banks says this facility's been a huge benefit to his department.
We get to train the officers here. We don't spend the money of sending them out to other cities to train. We can train them here and bring in really national trainers to our police department and train our police officers.
Of course, not every day is a good day when you're in law enforcement. Chief Banks' toughest day? February the 25th, 2018.
About an hour later, police say a driver hit a Round Rock police officer who was directing traffic away from that first scene.
I'll tell you the worst day for me, and I believe for our whole city, is the day we lost Charles Whites. Officer Whites was hit by an intoxicated driver, and for me, sitting there on his bedside and watching him take his last breath, that's family to me, and every single one of my employees, that is family to me. And so sitting there with his family and watching him take his last breath is probably the toughest day I've had as a police chief.
White's picture is hanging on the walls inside the lobby of the police department. And soon Chief Banks and his department will build a new memorial outside the building to honor Whites and other officers who've died in the line of duty. He says that duty to serve is what drew him to be a police officer. His proudest day as the chief in Round Rock was the day he became the chief.
They took a chance on me because of how I communicate with our public, how I interact with our public.
As for being the first black police chief in the Austin area, it's not something Chief Banks takes for granted. He also says, though, that he wasn't hired because he's a black police officer. He was hired because of what he brings to the table. He hopes that's an inspiration for future officers.
And I want other kids that might look like me to say, you know what, if Chief Banks can do it, then I certainly can do it. And that's been my initiative ever since I've been here, is to get out into these neighborhoods and to talk to these kids and let them know my story and my testimony, to say, if I can do it, you can do it as well.
There may be a 3rd grader out there with a dream, just like he had all those years ago.
I will never ever be able to understand or see the magnitude of the lives I've helped or lives I've saved, and that's okay. If we saved one and we changed one life, it's been well worth it in the last 32 years. And so for God to put me in a position to be a police officer, my job is to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, what He's called me to do.